Welcome back to Survival, everybody. Episode 10 now. That's nuts. We're flying through these episodes. Just go ahead and topping up the greenhouse. On the previous episode, we cleared out all that forest. And now we're plowing our field. It's going to be quite a big field. We probably figured it could almost be about 4 times the size of that one we got over there. Which is a lot of work. But it's going to be a lot of harvest too. It's going to pay the bills quite nicely. There we go. We are topped up. Got 1 pallet of lettuce there. We'll let those accumulate before we sell them. Probably don't need to go as crazy as we did last time, but we skipped a lot of months the other time. It looks like this field will have to be limed before we plant, which is to be expected. This defaulted back. We have to, when you unhook it, it defaults to turning off create field. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Still learning stuff about this game as I play it. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a long plowing period here. I think I'm trying to. Should we invest in a bigger tractor next? Got 17,000. Maybe one will come up in the sales and we can start getting bigger equipment. A shed would be great for the equipment. But we should probably get a bigger tractor so we can... I don't know, that's kind of tough. I guess we'll have to keep our eye on the sales and decide as we go. Took a little while to get this money back up after we bought our house. It was like $18,000 for our log cabin, but we got a better place to sleep, so it was very well needed. I think during this episode also, we will go ahead and do some landscaping on the driveways coming in. Get some gravel coming in, make it look a little nicer. Probably put some gravel around the greenhouse as well. So things start to look up a little bit. Bring the gravel road down here, I think. I'm very eager to see how this turns out once we kind of get towards the end of the series. I don't know how long the series will go. Kind of just feel it out, I think. Trying to get a lot done in each episode so we can progress kind of quickly. But it does take time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and crack on here and we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay. That was, quite a bit of work to do all that. Took me, what, just shy under an hour? Maybe, yeah, 45 minutes, I suppose, to do that. Sure, it was a little less for you guys. I probably did a nice time lapse on that. So we do have some stumpsters too that we missed. We'll take care of those. I was kind of debating whether or not to leave a little bit of grass coming down that hill to make it look kind of, I don't know, they put those in to break the erosion, I guess is what it would be if it rains. It almost should be kind of right where that other one is, but I guess it should be a little bit wider. But we might just plow it all up, I think. There's not much left anyway. Take care of these stumps, and then I think what we'll do is call it good for the field today, because that's a lot. We'll do the liming on another episode, I think. It's going to take some time to do that. We'll probably have to run to the store, get some more bags of lime, because I think what we have is not going to quite cover it. Or should we leave the grass here? It might give it some personality. I kind of like trying to make things look a little more organic, if you will, or natural. Let's take a look here once I get this stump. There we go. Alright, let's pull back here and take a look. It's not really much. It almost feels like it should have been a bigger vein of grass. But I think I'm going to leave it. Just maybe I'll add more in later. I don't know. We'll leave that one. We'll get this one up here plowed. Kind of like I said, to make it look kind of natural. Kind of got to figure out what we're going to put in this field. That's another thing we got to plan. That'll be field number 2 for us. We won't have to worry about weeds on that, because we did plow it the first harvest. If we use the plow, we don't have to worry about weeds, so that'll save a little bit of time there. Although weeding's not terrible with this unit here. This tractor has done as well. A lot of hard work it's done. Bam, there we go. We'll go with that. And what should we put in the field? Let's plan that. Yeah, let's do barley. Let's put that in the plan. It'll be field 2. Barley. Add entry. And we added canola on field 1. We never changed our plan here, so let's... all set there then. Looks good. Yeah, so what I think we're gonna buy, we kind of got to look. We could either get a tractor, which we're gonna start needing the horsepower at some point here, as we start upgrading. I have a feeling that cedar is gonna be kind of a little hard on us going up and down that hill. The plow wasn't bad at all. It was a low requirement horsepower, but that cedar kind of digs into the ground kind of goofy, so I think it's gonna cause some issues. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Needs lime. We'll get her taken care of. We're going to get a big harvest off of this. I think we should probably actually get a wagon before anything else. Even a higher horsepower tractor. We're going to need a good size wagon for our grain here at some point. Let's see if there's anything in the sales. There's nothing of use there. I think what we'll do is take a nap. And we'll head into the next month. Put this back on 5, I guess. And then we'll check the sales again, and then I suppose we could, if there's nothing there, of course, we'll do some landscaping. We get a good gravel driveway coming in here. It's kind of time to start doing that and making things look a little bit better. So let's go on in and we'll progress here. Welcome to May. Property income 274. Seems like that should be a little higher than what it is. Let's take a look at that. Property income, yeah, it's kind of gone down a little bit on us. Looks like we make more kind of during the winter months. But it's something. Something's better than nothing. Everything else looks good here. Let's check the sales this morning. Nothing of use. We should probably... let's eye up some wagons once. Obviously, we can't have too big of wagons. Yeah, there's not really many options for small wagons. We got this guy who's probably... I bet you our tractor will struggle with that. Can we configure it smaller? Oh, it's still as small as it goes. Yeah, that's going to be tough. This one's 3 to 5. I mean, this could work, I guess. We have used it in a previous playthrough, so I kind of wanted to use a different wagon, but we could use it as a stepping stone. It's only 3,600, so that's not a terrible price. I mean, we got to use what we got to use, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and do some landscaping here. Get a nice gravel entrance, I think, until we're ready to do blacktop, or I guess, yeah, it'll probably end up being asphalt in the future. But we'll start with gravel first as we progress. Kind of get a nice swoop here. Have a nice driveway entrance so people can see where we're at. Get rid of this bush, maybe. So it's a little more inviting. Get to the end here, we'll have them kind of swoop out a little bit. Like that. Oh, we can't go that close to the road. It's going to do one of those again. I think there's a trick we can do if we go with a bigger brush. We might be able to get, yeah, kind of close. Let's try a square maybe. Yeah, it's tough. It's unfortunate that I don't think it's going to let us go too close. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't go any closer to the road. I wish I could. It is what it is, I guess. There we go. Get rid of that. Excellent. Oops. We want gravel. And I think what we'll do here is get our greenhouse area tidied up as well. Let's see, should the gravel go all the way to the end, or should we maybe put some mud in there? Or dirt? Just trying to think of what would be more appropriate. Alright, what do you guys think? It's a little bit better. I got some mud here over by the fountain, or the water spigot, so it's looking like water dripped on the ground. I think that looks pretty good. Attention to detail. Put some gravel going into our greenhouse. And then we got some tracks going to our pallets here as well. I think it's a very good start. I like it. Things are coming along very well. Okay, so where are we at? I wonder if we shouldn't put some more money towards the beehives as well. I wanted to expand that. It's going to be a while before our canola is ready to harvest. Growing. Yeah, it'll be a little bit. We're still quite bright lime green. Maybe we should advance all the way until we're ready to pick this field. And we'll check the sales as the days go by. We might get lucky and get a wagon for a decent price. Ooh, look at that. Property income 1407. So that'll help us rack up some profits as well. What are the sales doing today? Anything? Ooh. That is very tempting. That is like a perfect size too, like something that's more horse. 75. What is our current horsepower on the one we have? 32. 75. What would that get us for tools if we decided to upgrade something like our seeder? 75. See, that actually ain't gonna cut it when we look at that. We could get something like this. 75 horse, 85, 95. Could always be upgraded later. Alright, regularly that tractor does cost 43,000. You know, the Zader might have been a little bit nicer for 117 horsepower, but I think we're going to have to go for that. It's tough to do that because with our balance, it's only going to leave us with like $1,000. But we do need to get some more horse. I think this could pull our wagons a lot better in the future. And it'll advance the series quite nicely. If we do have to skip a few months to get more money, we're just going to have to do that as we go. Let's do it. Buy that. 17,000. I guess it's a good deal. So now we're left with 1657. Let's go grab it. It's always exciting. Here we are. Let's check this thing out. Get a good look at it. Damage is at 49. We should probably look at fixing it up. 23 hours. Was it a good purchase or not, folks? Let us know in the comments. I think we kind of needed it to advance. Again, I didn't want to go too big on this series, so it's kind of like a nice... You can always upgrade the horsepower on it as well. We'll see what it would cost to fix. It might be way out of the budget. Yes. Oh, I guess we gotta repair. Actually, it's not too bad. 533. Nice. Let's do it. Not worried about the paint at all, although the paint actually looks fairly decent here. So we do have a new tractor to the family. This is kind of exciting. Did a lot of work to get this far. I think it definitely helps with having our passive income. But in order to upgrade the tools that we have to have some higher horsepower. But again, is this that high of horsepower? We just went from 30 to 75, so it is more. But we got to get the proper tools that'll work for us. Sometimes you can get lucky and the tools say they require something, but they'll still work. So as we go up this hill here, this will be our property up here on the right. We'll see how the field looks from the road. We were getting kind of fairly close. It just doesn't look like that because the trees were there, but there it is. Look at that. I think I might actually just leave those trees there. It's still kind of nice and secluded. Maybe plant some more. We'll see what happens. And this, I don't know if we'll bring it out. We could bring it out to the road here. Eventually, if that's what we choose. Look at our nice driveway now. Things are looking up. It's very exciting. This is all built from scratch. Very nice. I like it a lot. Could probably make our driveway here just a little bit better. Let's paint in some more gravel, I think. Right around this corner. Could use it. Eventually, I do want to get a nicer yard, but we're not worried about that quite yet because we're going to have another house before we end the series. That'll be our... Towards the end, we want to get a shed put up here. But that'll come in due time. Alright, so what I think we're going to do is leave it there for today's episode. On the next episode, we'll either advance to get this cut, or we should get some lime put on our new field and get that rolling as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.